Hello, everyone. It's Deborah Razzo here, the founder of the Women's Real Estate Network, WREN. And I'm here with one of my favorite people, Monica Sawyer. Hi,
Hey there! Hi, everybody! Hi,
Monica.
Deborah!
I'm super excited to be here. Monica is going to speak for us at our October monthly meeting, which is just over a week away. It's October 26th. It starts at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. You can find out more at renmonthlymeeting.com. But while you're finding out more, I want to talk to Monica. Now, her subject is the ultimate real estate business strategy, which I can't wait to hear more about that. But I also, Monica, is our blissful millionaire. She's made her millions in real estate and is now on a mission to empower others to do the same. And what is really wonderful about Monica is she has figured out some strategies to do this stress free. Now, I have to tell you, I have been going through some stress of my own right now, and I can't wait to hear your talk. I don't know if there's any other ladies out there that can, raise their hand and say, yeah, that's me. But there's stress involved with, some of the things that we're doing. I was jokingly telling somebody, I get nervous and a little stressed when I put in an offer, and then I get nervous and a little stressed when an offer is accepted, right? Like that's like, okay, time to perform. And I'm like, okay, I can't wait to hear your ways of being able to do this in maybe a manner that's more easy for me or balanced for me. I'm not actually sure what the word is. So tell us a little bit about how did this come to be? How did you even, do this?
Yeah. I first want to comment before I lose it about what you just said. There was a thing that you said on one of my shows, Deborah, that you said, "Yeah, there are tears in real estate." And
Yeah.
I use that all the time, right? Yes, there are tears in real estate, and we'll talk today about how to deal with the tears. However, the example that you just gave about I get a little nervous when I put in an offer, and I get a little nervous when I get out of these offers accepted. That feeling of stress and nervousness and anxiety is exactly the same feeling that we have in our bodies as excitement. So what's interesting is when you're putting in an offer and you get an offer accepted, those are happy, stressful moments, right? Those are the stressful moments we want, right? Those are the ones we want more of. But we need that, and that's what we're going to talk about today is mindset. There's a paradigm shift in those moments of stress that you just talked about to switch it from I'm nervous in a stressful way too. I'm nervous in an excited way. Like I've got this date with this really cool hot guy. That kind of like, that paradigm, you're nervous, you don't know what's going to happen. Now you got to perform. And oh my God, this is going to be so much fun. Right. So it's some of
Okay,
it is
this is how bad I have it. What I just heard was I've got this date with this really cool hot piece of property.
right. And it's so true, right? There's these properties are sexy, man, right? And so it's we have stress, so we need to manage stress. And one of those things, the key thing, is our mindset. And I just wanted to give an example of a paradigm shift right now, as you were speaking, of how we can change nervous and stressed out to nervous and excited, right?
Right.
Because it's the same thing in our bodies, but we can change the way that we utilize it. And this is it. We utilize all the resources in our bodies, our emotions, our stress is a signal,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
And so that's really what this is all about. So sorry, that's why I wanted to just launch there because it was just so cute what you said.
So glad my stress is cute.
I didn't mean it like in any way other than it really gave us an opportunity, right, to take a
Right.
look at that.
Right. Well, and
So,
I think there are a lot of people. I mean, it's the time of year where our year is ending, and
mhm.
people start to. I'm starting to reevaluate. Like, what do I want my next year to look like?
Mhm,
And there's already things going on the calendar for next year, and
mhm,
I'm like, wow. How do I allow more space? How do I allow more enjoyment? How do I allow a little more freedom into that? And I know that we're going to talk about that when we talk about your monthly meeting, but we're also going to talk about the ultimate real estate business strategy. Now, you've said to me there are millions of ways to do real estate. So tell me your some of your insights on that.
Yeah. So there are a million ways to make $1 million in real estate. That's what I always say. And part of what happens to us, and this is something that I've seen over the years that I've been teaching real estate, is we get really excited about an opportunity, or we get really excited about that thing that we just saw, or that opportunity that we just heard about. And Ren, and also on my podcast, Real Estate Investing for Women, we talk about this all the time, right? Like there's this person that's talking about notes, or there's this person that's talking about syndication, or there's a person that's talking about flipping, or whatever it is. And every single or wholesaling, and every single time you're like, wow, that sounds like a really good idea. Wow, that sounds like a really good idea. But you have to land, because you've never land in one of your ideas. You keep saying that's a really good idea. There's a few things that happen. First of all, you never take action on any of those ideas because you're confused. But the other thing is that we can't have any kind of success unless we decide to take action towards a strategy that that we want to pursue, right? And we get that education, and we pursue, and we stick with it for a couple of years, right? You never get married to your business. The business will evolve. You may decide, I'm breaking up with this business, and we're going to do this one, or I'm bringing in another, right? But so the business will evolve. But in order to be successful, you have to become an expert at something, right? We can't do that if we keep getting shiny object syndrome, right?
True.
So the very first, so the is it okay if I do a spoiler alert and say what the ultimate real estate strategy is?
Sure. Go ahead.
The ultimate real estate strategy was told to me by Mark Victor Hansen. Do you know who that is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
This
Mark
chicken
Victor,
soup guy.
yeah, the chicken soup guy. Super famous, right? He knows his stuff, super successful. He knows his stuff. He says the ultimate real estate strategy is your mindset.
Mm.
You have to get the real estate between your ears handled before you can build any kind of successful, sustainable real estate business.
Well, as you know, I am a mentee of Tony Robbins,
Mhm,
and
mhm,
he has a similar saying, 80% of business psychology. It's
mhm,
psychology, right?
mhm,
We have to get that, mindset, that focus
mhm.
here before we can actually put it into play,
That's
right?
right.
And there's a lot of things I feel like my journey has been, I put something into play, I learn it, I focus on it, and then you get to build on it,
That's right. You get to
right?
make it yours too.
Make it yours. And you
Mhm,
get to say, no, no, I don't like that, or yes, yes, I like that, right?
mhm,
So,
mhm.
we get to pick and choose.
That's right. That's right. And that's a little bit about what I was talking about with the stress excitement paradigm that we were just talking about. That's the real estate behind between your ears.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where you can feel the way your body changes. You can feel about the way that you're going to act in that situation changes. When you allow yourself to believe that that feeling is stress. There is stress and there is bad stress, okay? I'm not trying to minimize that. But I'm just giving the example that in that moment we had a choice to contract where I'm stressed about that, or to lean into it and say, oh my God, this is so exciting. Both of that is anxiety, both of those things, but that's triggered by here. Will create the way that we move towards or away from what we want to do in business, right? Or in real estate in this case.
Right.
So, yeah, all the big guys tell us this. Tony Robbins, Mark Victor Hansen, Dr. Joe Vitale. I've had a lot of these guys on my show, and it's the same thing. The single most important thing is your mind. And we hear it, and we hear it, and we hear it, and we hear it, and we first want to find the strategy. We first want to make the money. We first, we wanted, and we don't. It's hard to slow down fast enough. Slow down fast enough to get that this is so key to any kind of sustainable, successful business. So here's the thing: you can build a business fast and just go for it, and then one day either the whole thing's going to fall apart because you haven't taken care of the real business,
Mhm.
or you're going to go through burnout. You're going to get stressed out. You're going to realize one day, what the hell did I just build? Excuse my language, but really, what did I just build?
Right.
This sucks for me, right?
Mhm. Right.
Taking care of yourself first, taking care of the single most important strategy in real estate is going to be the thing that creates any kind of real, long-term, sustainable, joyful wealth.
Well, and I want to add one more thing to that. And I think this is something that we should definitely talk about at the meeting.
Yeah.
Women in particular, we have a tendency to put ourselves last,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
Our partners come first, our parents come first, our children come first, our dogs come first, right?
It's true.
I've said the expression, I've heard the expression, put the mask on yourself first before you put it on somebody else. But do we actually do that? What is the leverage that we need to actually take care of ourselves and understand that that's the first priority? Otherwise, everything doesn't work. And I think that's definitely a topic for deeper discussion at our meeting.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Good.
absolutely. I love, and it's really true, and the mindset piece is a very similar thing. Although I think that men have just as much trouble with the mindset piece as we do. It
Mhm.
shows up a little bit differently.
Yeah.
But, there's the and I even say this in my show, goals without action are just dreams. So get out there, take action, and create the life of your dreams, right? We're very action focused, and mindset is a very introspective, internal focus.
Mhm.
The thing is that we can't actually Tony Robbins talks about taking massive action, right?
Mhm.
But you want to take massive action in the correct direction.
Yeah.
And you can't decide, you can't know what that right direction is until you've taken care of business inside of yourself. So get out there and take action also means get in there and take action. Like the action can be, I'm figuring this out. I'm figuring out me. I'm setting myself up for success alongside with all the other things that you do in your business. It's hugely important. The other thing that I talk about in my show frequently, I always often ask a question. What is it that you do that daily that contributes to your personal success? And I will say, whether it's on the show or in the green room, almost every single one of my guests who's really successful talks about meditation and
Mhm.
introspection.
Mhm.
Because you know what? You are the pillar in that business that everything else revolves around. If that pillar isn't strong and stable, the rest of the business can't work right. It's going to be like a wobbly wheel, you
Yeah.
know?
So true. So
Yeah.
true. Well, I can't wait for our women to hear more of your wisdoms at our meeting. Once again, that's October 26th. If you're interested in knowing more, go to renmonthlymeeting.com. Tickets, if you're not a REN member, are only $10. So come join us. Understand that we'll be talking about this. We'll be expressing to you the community in which we surround yourself with. We'll be talking, REN is a network of women who are like-minded and going through this journey together. So join us next week. Monica, I can't wait to hear more from you.
I can't wait to be there and meet the ladies.
I know, it'll be great. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys all next week. Thanks.